Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning and welcome to today's virtual event, jointly hosted by Alibaba Cloud and China Telecom Asia Pacific. My name is Claudine from Alibaba Cloud and I'll be your host this morning. Let us take you through the theme of seamless integration, secure cloud connectivity, optimized access, of which our subject matters experts here today from both companies will discuss the latest trends and developments. And for the last segment of today's webinar is reserved for Q&A, and we're pleased to present gifts to lucky customers whose questions is handpicked during the Q&A. Our virtual event host will connect with you via private chat to make the necessary arrangements. For now, please join me to warmly welcome Ken Sri, Solutions Architect from Alibaba Cloud. Ken, please.
Thanks, Claudine. Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm Ken from Alibaba Cloud. Today, I will talk about our Alibaba Cloud products, especially in CDN, security products, data analytics, and container services. Okay, here is an overall map of our Alibaba Cloud product portfolios. We have more than 200 offerings. And for basic usage of a hosting application, normally you will need to use like our elastic computing services, database, RDB, relational database, and also virtual private cloud. But today I will make our focus on some other solutions that can able to evaluate your improve your digital solution, like our CDN, security products, data analytics, and container services. So first, take a look at our CDN products. According to Gartner, Alibaba Cloud has a global level of a CDN service provider. Alibaba Cloud CDN is the largest CDN service provider in Asia Pacific region. It connects cloud mobile devices and users to help customers and enterprise to create most extreme user experience across the world. So in terms of bandwidth, we're able to reach 130 TB per second. We have over 2,800 plus of CDN POPs all over the world. And each year, we're able to reach 120 EB of data, right? It's a lot of data. And for our CDN products, we provide one-stop acceleration solution, include scenarios like basic acceleration is the basic CDN acceleration, and dynamic CDN acceleration. So for dynamic CDN, you can use it for accelerating dynamic contents from your website and your uploading acceleration to your web application, and also those IP layer TCP UDP type of application acceleration, as well as web socket acceleration. And for the basic acceleration of our CDN, of course, you can use it to improve the speed of your live streaming and video streaming. I will talk a bit more about them later, and also maybe downloading of viewing of the images, and also downloading of the apps and large files, right? And of course, with this basic acceleration, you can achieve ultra low latency of transmission, high reliability, and SSL, and also you're able to do programmable CDN and second level purging. And why choose Alibaba CDN, Alibaba Cloud CDN over our competitors? Here are some of the reasons. First, we have sufficient global resources, like I mentioned just now, 2,800 plus of POPs, CDN POPs, and we are able to provide accurate scaling system, which means that we're able to optimize your scaling. Our scaling system include offline planning, which means it has a predictive scaling based on your historical traffic trends, and also real-time scaling, traffic planning based on the burst traffic business characteristic. And also, we are able to provide intelligent transmission link, which means that our CDN able to provide protocol optimization, transmission link optimization, which is have a better planning of routes from our L1 nodes to your origin through our L2 nodes. And it also, for intelligent transmission links, it also means we have connection acceleration to provide fast connectivity connections, reconnections, and modify the handshake timer of protocol to reduce the packet loss and reconnection time. And also we have a persistent connection pooling function to establish a TCP connection in advance among the CDN nodes to keep it enabled all the time so that it can be reused directly when a new connection comes in. And for efficient caching strategy, we have algorithms at the backend to improve caching hit ratio to reduce the back to origin bandwidth. Uh, and we also have this offline mode in our CDN product. When origin is being turned off, offline, CDN still can able to send cache resources to the user. And our CDN product also provides reliable safety protection. For example, we have features like anti-hotlink, which user can set up to authenticate your with each script to protect origin resources for illegal refer or illegal hotlink. And you also have we have features like DNS anti-hijacking and also HTTPS transmission encryption. And for flexible edge scripting, scripts means that we support each script to use to have a programmable configuration at the CDN side to customize your business requirement into the CDN. So these are some of our customers using Alibaba Cloud CDN. Next, I will talk a bit about Asara Video. Asara Video is is a product that supports end-to-end video featuring include production, offline, and real-time processing, video asset management, and also distribution of your video. So it provides streaming and also VOD features of your video on our Alibaba Cloud. You can use it to create something like a YouTube, Twitch type of a website or web application based on your requirement. This is a typical scenario. People use our Asara Video. They use their devices to stream video, live streaming videos from all over the world and connect it to the live center in China or in any other live centers we have over the world and stream contents to your customers, be it viewing on a mobile, PC, or TV. And here are some of our Asara Video customers. Next, I will talk a bit about our security products. So for security products, we have a few categories: identity security, business security, application security, and data security. And for identity security, I will highlight we have this bastion host, which is you can, instead of using maybe SSH to remotely access to your resources, ECS, you can use the bastion host, which manage permissions, have additional functions like managing permissions on asset in a centralized manner, record all the operations you have, and reproduce M&O scenarios in real time, right? So, and we also have, in terms of business security, we have this anti-bot service to provide comprehensive bot defense for your web application. For example, to detect the bot robots scripting of your website, things like that, right? So it's especially good to prevent online scalping, user enumeration, and core API exploration. And at the application security, we have this anti DDoS, which helps you to protect an application by monitoring and scrubbing of HTTP, TCP, UDP traffic between the application and the internet. It typically protects application from attacks like DDoS, UDP flood, or HTTP flood. We have WAF, web application firewall, to protect you and your protect your website services against intrusion. And we have cloud firewall to centrally manage the policies that controls the traffic from internet to your business. Okay, you also able to control the traffic between your VPC networks and your VPN-based remote access. And lastly, the security center is actually a unified security management system that dynamically identify and analyze security threats of your various resources in our Alibaba Cloud, and generate alerts when threats are detected. Here is a typical scenario. It's one of the scenario AirAsia is use our cloud security products. So basically, they use our WAF, web application firewall, and anti-bot to do a real-time threat intelligence analysis and a deep learning engine to detect threats over their web application, on their web application. Again, here are some of our security products customers. Now, I would like to talk a little bit about our data analytic products. We have Alibaba Cloud Enterprise Data Platform is a one-stop solution for your use cases in like a data lake, data warehousing, business intelligence, machine learning, and real-time analytics. We provide various compute platforms, big data compute platform like Max Compute or the Hadoop EMR for your big data analytic. Okay, we also provide Elasticsearch, which is our take of ELK by using Logstash, Elasticsearch, and Kibana together search and analyze structured or unstructured data. We also have a platform, machine learning platform to do your AI analytic, and also analytic DB and Flink platform to do high performance OLED transformation of your data. And we, on top of this big data platform, we have this IDE called DataWorks. It's a one-stop solution to do your data development and governance. Basically, it's an ID, web-based ID whereby you can drag and drop and do collection of your data, transform of your data, and derive of your machine learning models and apply it to algorithm service or other web services. To have a look is actually look like this. It is basically using drag and drop of nodes to into your project, and instead of doing coding, you can just using a mouse to choose the modules you want to do with your data to produce a whole workflow of your data, big data analytic workflow. DataV is another product for our big data analytic. So it's a data virtualized platform. It allow for you to input data like JSON or data connectors from database connectors from your database or your analytic DB to display it on a dashboard like this, right? With real-time video streaming, you can add video streaming inside, and also able to add a geodata visualization inside, and also adding real-time analytic and alerts into this your dashboard. Here are the typical scenarios for using Alibaba's data analytic products. So one of the solution is to have your transaction database and also your BI database and do a data synchronization to our analytic database, and use the analytic database to produce real-time BI dashboards or reports for your business consumption. And you also can use your BI developers, or can also use our platform to do EMR Max Reduce or Max Compute to do analytic of your big data and backflow to analytic DB, which is our online real-time data warehouse, and produce real-time BI application advertising risk monitoring reports to your business. And you also can gather data from your application, like our ECS, Docker, Kubernetes, and output it through these log services, and using ELK to input into the analytic DB, your data warehouse, and later produce into reports and real-time BI or real-time BI application dashboards for your consumption. Next, we can take a look at our Alibaba Cloud Native productions and products. Okay, so for Alibaba Cloud Native, Alibaba Cloud, we provide two types of container services. One is Alibaba Cloud Container Services for Kubernetes ACK and serverless Kubernetes services. The difference here is for ACK is you need to do a capacity planning, which you need to set up configure your master node and worker nodes. And inside ACK, we also have different types of Kubernetes for namely managed cluster and or dedicated cluster, which is one is to you don't have to manage your master node. The other one is you need to provision your master node and have the control of your master node. For ASK, as the name suggests, serverless Kubernetes service, you doesn't even need to do a capacity planning of your master and worker nodes. So as you use your cluster, it will expand by itself, scaling by itself. And of course, it can use concurrently with other Alibaba cloud products like our VPC, virtual private cloud, our load balancer, our DNS, and even our databases. And you also can use together in conjunction of our storages like our EBS, NAS, OSS. Then, of course, these clusters, Kubernetes, are run on top of our computing services like our ECS, our GPU instances, or even our bare metal instance. Then the other product I want to mention for our cloud native is our ACR container registry. It provides a private registry for your Kubernetes. It's like Docker Hub, but you host privately in Alibaba Cloud. It actually manages your images distribution, container images distribution, as well as Helm charts for you to provision your clusters. Yeah. And we have a list of products that supports our cloud native Kubernetes clusters. For example, our security products, our logging products to do monitoring and logging, and also we have ASM service mesh that is able to run on top of our clusters. And if you want an isolated environment, isolated cluster, you can use our sandbox containers to do so. Here are two typical scenarios whereby users use our cloud native solution. One is use our auto scaling architecture for your their containers to host in our clusters. So one thing to take note here, so because our ACK and ASK can use in conjunction with our other Alibaba cloud products like SLB. So in the scaling, when you do a deployment, the scaling configuration in your Kubernetes setting, you can choose external resources like SLB's query per second (QPS) as the matrix for your scaling. Yeah, so basically it means that our Kubernetes cluster integrate thoroughly with our other cloud products like Cloud Monitor or SLB. Then the other scenario is microservice architecture. Our customer tend to deploy their microservices into our Kubernetes and use together in conjunction with our API gateways and together with log services, Cloud Monitor, and SLB to produce and to host their microservices and link the microservice together using API gateway. Now, here are some of the our customers that is using our cloud native products. Okay, that's all for my presentation. Hope you, from my presentation, you understand more our products like Alibaba Cloud CDN, Asara Video, our security products, our data analytic products, and cloud native products. So next, I will pass the time to Kok Yong from China Telecom to continue the presentation. Thank you.
Hi, thank you, Ken. Sorry about that. Yeah, thank you, Ken. So hi, everyone. My name is Kok Yong. I'm a solution consultant in China Telecom Asia Pacific. Today, I'm glad to have this opportunity to share with all of you who is attending this event right now on two cloud connectivity services that China Telecom has developed for the enterprises to integrate into their cloud strategies. First and foremost, let me just briefly go through our network profile. So this is a global overview of the rich submarine and terrestrial resources that China Telecom has around the world. We are one of the few telecom providers right now that is constantly investing in brand new cable systems and increasing our global capacity and coverage. This extensive coverage, of course, covers both global and mainland China side. So with our total transmission rate reaching over 20 T, it is still continuing to grow as we speak right now. So with all this being shared, China Telecom has actually taken the initiative to build a cloud ecosystem around this rich backbone of ours. This ecosystem enables the various scenarios of secure connectivity to private or public cloud platforms around the world. With the integration of China Telecom's MPLS VPN into this ecosystem, our existing customers is now even able to connect to the various cloud platforms seamlessly. Next, I will be sharing with you all on our SD-WAN and ECP services. So what is SD-WAN? SD-WAN is just taking all the separated individual network and putting them into a single common encrypted network managed by software. So when we turn this entire network into a single transport agnostic network itself, it's accessible by all your branches, HQ and DC. So it provides secure dynamic connectivity and it turns it into an intelligent network. It provides application and network active monitoring, and it provides control and management infrastructure for all the things from a single point. So how does CT provide our SD-WAN solution? CT has incorporated the SD-WAN solution into our cloud platform to provide a fully managed end-to-end full mesh network cloud connectivity. A typical SD-WAN provider do not have their own IP backbone and rely mostly on the public internet for connectivity. These SD-WAN providers also do not provide any form of management services. So for China Telecom, we are building SD-WAN on top of our own cloud platform gateways to further enhance the networking performance of our customers' network. The orchestrator and controller, which are the two main important components of any SD-WAN setup, are all hosted within our cloud platform with HA. Hence, the end customer need not deploy any more physical servers at its own HQ or DC for this SD-WAN solution. These cloud gateways accept different types of last mile connections, from dedicated local loops, MPLS, internet, and even LTE connections, so that customers can easily connect to them regardless the type of transport they're using at the respective sites. So with SD-WAN's ability to recognize tens of thousands of applications around the world, features such as the application scheduler is able to perform prioritization of the various application traffic. The highly critical ones will be accelerated in the SD-WAN network, whereas the lower priority ones will be routed through the less optimum path. This dynamic path selection is one of the most important characteristics that all SD-WAN networks should have. So for CT SD-WAN, we also do provide our customers with a centralized monitoring dashboard and reporting tool to ease their daily operation routines. So what are the common scenarios for CT SD-WAN? As shared earlier, one of the common last mile use adopted is actually the internet. As we will all know that internet routing is unpredictable. Hence, by connecting to the nearest China Telecom cloud gateway, it actually lessens the amount of hops in the public network, while CT Cloud Backbone does the WAN acceleration. In the second scenario, we are relating to customers still using the traditional MPLS networks. CT solution could play two roles in this setup, one of which is acting as a backup for the MPLS. The other is like what we have mentioned previously on the features of SD-WAN. The critical applications such as voice could be routed in the MPLS and the non-critical ones be routed through the SD-WAN. The last scenario I would like to share with all of you is the connectivity to the cloud or the SaaS platforms. CT Cloud Platform is readily connected to the major cloud platforms around the world, like Alibaba Cloud. Hence, connecting to them will be seamless when using our SD-WAN solutions. With application recognition, we are also able to bring the respective SaaS traffic, like Microsoft O365 or Salesforce, to their nearest hosted regions to enable faster and stable connections to them. So this solution is being developed to address one of the major concerns from the various global MNCs, which is they do have China users that are experiencing slowness in cloud connection or SaaS application which are hosted overseas. So by using our cloud SD-WAN solution, it enables our customers to create an accelerated, secure, and stable network to optimize the traffic transmission between mainland China to the other regions in the world. This world map here shows how well covered we are in terms of our cloud platforms. By connecting to either of these cloud gateways, your network is ready for SD-WAN acceleration. Next, I would like to go into ECP. What does ECP stands for? ECP stands for Elastic Cloud Platform. So this solution was developed based on 4 common feedbacks that we received from our customers. So first and foremost, let me just share in terms of the multi-cloud. So more and more enterprises right now are currently starting to use multi-cloud strategies. During a survey, majority of the enterprises have provided feedback that they are already using 2 or more public cloud providers. The common reasons that they provide is to avoid vendor lock-in or to take advantage of the best of breed solutions. Gartner predicts by 2021, over 75% of mid-sized and large organizations would have adopted a multi-cloud strategy, especially in this pandemic period. So with this adoption, enterprises would now need a less complicated solution to connect all these cloud platforms together within a single network. Next, on data protection. Data sovereignty laws are actually very stringent in other countries, like those in Germany, France, and Russia. It mandates its citizens' data to be stored on physical servers within the cloud, within the country's physical borders. There are even some specific industries, like hospitality, that demands the same too. The good news for enterprise IT and legal departments is that they can now leave the responsibility of complying with these laws to their cloud services providers. However, the applications are still hosted in other countries, and now they would need more reliable and faster network to reach this data and process them. Thirdly, that brings us to the third point of linking up the core network with the various cloud platforms. This will incur complexity in the networking design, and not to mention the deployment lead time just to upgrade the physical WAN network itself. Last but not least, one-stop shop. Enterprises may not have the expertise in connecting to all the various cloud platforms. Hence, they would like to hand over to a single provider that can provide them with a total management solution for the overall connectivity between all the clouds. So this slide shows you how versatility our ECP solution is. One of the primary purpose of this ECP solution is to connect multiple cloud platforms around the world seamlessly in a single network. The ECP is already connecting to major clouds such as Alibaba Cloud and global clouds such as AWS, which also has regions within mainland China. The enterprise customer is able to have the option to build either a layer 2 or a layer 3 dedicated connection between the respective clouds by connecting to our nearest ECP ports. If you are already one of China Telecom's existing MPLS customer, you can now have easier access to the clouds as our MPLS and ECP network are already linked up internally within our backbone. CT customers who were previously exploring going into the clouds may now do so with less complication in their network design when all of these have been done so by us for them. Similar to SD-WAN, CT is able to provide end-to-end solution, either consisting of local loop last mile or using the internet to establish a connection to our nearest port. Both methods can be used simultaneously to cater for a high availability setup should the site be a critical one like the customer's HQ or the main data center. This slide illustrates the global coverage of our ECP cloud network. The coverage spreads over all the continents around the world. So whichever location your global office may be, we are well connected to bring the cloud connectivity to you. Hence, in summary, whichever cloud strategies that your enterprise may be embarking on, it could be hybrid cloud, it could be a multi-cloud access, or network to cloud, it could be an intelligent cloud such as SD-WAN, or you require some SaaS optimization to get stable SaaS traffic into your platform. CT's SD-WAN or ECP solutions are being developed here to help all our enterprises integrate them into your network efficiently and seamlessly. So with this, I actually end my presentation. I hope everybody has a better understanding now on how CT can assist your enterprise to embark on cloud connectivity. I will now pass the next part of the event over to Feng Wei to share with you further on more about the hybrid cloud. Over to you, Feng Wei.
Thank you, Ko Yung. Hey, good morning. This is Feng Wei. I'm a solution architect with Alibaba Cloud Singapore. In this session, I'll be talking about hybrid cloud. So you have heard a lot of cloud, different terminologies like hybrid cloud, multi-cloud, private cloud, public cloud. So what is hybrid cloud, right? Hybrid cloud is a combination of both public cloud and private cloud. So we all know that public cloud service providers, companies like Alibaba, like AWS, Azure, Google, right? Those providing the service on the public platform is the public cloud service providers. Private cloud is to actually deploy those cloud infrastructure on your private on-premise facilities or rented managed data centers. Those are considered as private cloud. So why we want to have a hybrid cloud technology or hybrid cloud architecture? Now, public cloud has certain concerns, right? Primarily, there are two concerns. One is the latency. Another is the data privacy, right? In terms of latency, right, it doesn't really have this issue in Singapore, but imagine you are a company that, in maybe some smaller countries, they do not have public cloud service providers data center in that country, then it will take a few to up to more than 20, 30 milliseconds to connect to the public cloud service providers. Data privacy is another concern, right? A lot of people fear that because they are using the public cloud service providers, their data are actually sharing the hosting with other tenants. So just yesterday in Singapore, they passed a bill, passed a new law, right? So previously, if there is a data breach incident, the maximum fine will be 1 million Singapore dollar. But the new law actually increased the maximum penalty. It will be 10% of the company's annual turnover, right? So data privacy become a biggest concern. But public cloud also has its benefits, right? The biggest benefits of public cloud is actually its elasticity, right? So hybrid cloud is basically to take the best of both worlds and try to combine them and maximize the benefits from the cloud technology. All right, so hybrid cloud is a current trend. Now, when the cloud technology starts with AWS, right, people focus on the public cloud, right? I think even AWS was saying that public cloud is going to be the only cloud, is going to be the only form of the cloud technology. But then I think back to about 2014, 2015, right? People start to build the dedicated cloud or the private cloud because of the security concern, because of regulatory concerns, right? Nowadays, I think start from this year, we start to see a lot of companies start to build the hybrid cloud. They have the dedicated cloud to make sure the data is secure. Some of the privacy data, some of the sensitive data, they want to store the data on premise, but they also want to leverage on the elasticity of the public cloud, such as the computing, such as the big data, AR platform, max compute, machine learning, those kind of technologies. That's why we start to see the enterprise start to adopt the hybrid cloud architecture to take the benefits from both worlds. Right. So Alibaba's private cloud offering is called Apsara Stack, right? Apsara Stack. So as you can see, right, we have the public cloud on the left. We also have the Apsara Stack on the right, which can be hosted on the customer's data center, right? Now, the good thing about Alibaba's private cloud offering is that we are using the same technology from the public cloud. It's just a smaller version of the public cloud technology to be deployed on your data center. So the stability is inherited from the public cloud. And the public cloud and the private cloud also offer the consistent, what we call the hybrid cloud experience. And the Apsara system is actually proven by 10 years of practice. I think because of the China's heavy regulatory, right, we start the private cloud direction way ahead of actually other cloud service providers. So Alibaba Cloud is the earliest practitioner of the unified architecture, meaning that our architecture, our technology stack between private cloud and the public cloud is actually the same, right? So even within the Apsara stack, we have different additions to meet different customer requirements, right? Now, so on the right is the public cloud, right? In Singapore, we have 3 availability zones. Around the world, we have more than 6 days, right? They are very large scale kind of public cloud. But if you deploy that kind of cloud technology on your on-premise data center, right, that actually becomes the enterprise edition of our private cloud offering. So right now, enterprise edition, we start with 50 plus nodes. You can actually deploy in 2 data centers to form your own availability zones to achieve your disaster recovery scenario. Now, some of the companies, some of enterprises, they do not have that kind of big requirement, right? They may have smaller requirement for maybe 30 physical nodes up to 50 physical nodes, right? Then we also provide Agility Edition. Agility Edition is a smaller version as compared to the Enterprise Edition. It has less features as compared to the Enterprise Edition, but still it will be able to provide you the patch management, big data, middleware, database, etc. Now we even have a very smaller IaaS edition for just to provide you ECS, EBS, and OSS. So ECS is our computing, is a virtual machine, is equivalent to AWS EC2. EBS is our cloud disk. OSS is the object storage, right? So this stack can actually scale from 3 to up to 2,000 nodes. Just this, let me use the pen, right? Just this component, this is the smallest deployment, right? It can scale from 3 to up to 2,000 nodes, but only provide the IaaS capability. Now, if you wanted to have more capability, more products, right? You can go for the Agility Edition. It starts from 10 nodes up to about a few hundred nodes. If you are running a very big organization, right? You wanted the full stack, whatever products that you have on the public cloud, and you want them to be hosted in your private cloud, then you can go for the Enterprise Edition, which give you the full list of the public cloud products. To be exact, it's actually not full list, but it offers more than 70 plus cloud products, right? Then on top, we also have a unified cloud platform, management platform, so that when we talk about hybrid cloud, when we talk about the multi-cloud, right? The unique challenge is how am I going to manage the different technology stack, the different platform, right? The good thing about Alibaba's Apsara stack is that we provide a unified cloud management platform, whether it's public cloud or private cloud. Our administrator will have no issue to manage both of them because both resources will be visible in the same cloud platform, cloud management platform. Right, so this is the products that we make it available on our Apsara stack, right? Just some of the highlights, right? To be honest, most of the products that you see on our public cloud, you will be able to find them in the private cloud offering as well. So from IaaS, infrastructure as service, to database as service, to PaaS layer, right? We have the container message queue, some of the DevOps modules as well as just now my colleague King has highlighted. We also offer the big data cloud computing, artificial intelligence modules as well, DataWorks, right? DataV, and the Max Compute, right? Those are the major products. They are all available in our private cloud platform. Right now, this is a number. Now, a lot of people will ask, what is the ROI? What is the total cost of ownership? That kind of questions, right? So the answer will be is up to each of the customer, right? Because different customer has different requirement and different user scenarios. Based on our survey that we do with our customer, right? Typically, they can like increase a lot of in terms of efficiency, a lot of in terms of system elasticity, right? They also help with your DevOps journey and increase your top line and reduce your bottom line. But in addition to all those numbers, right? What I really want to highlight is that now public cloud has its limitation, and the private cloud is actually good supplement to the public cloud. And if we develop a hybrid cloud strategy, you will be able to actually take the best of the two worlds, right? You can have your data, the sensitive data, critical data sitting in your own infrastructure, while you can leverage on the compute power of the public cloud. And having a hybrid cloud strategy will actually enable the digital transformation that your organization is going, right? It's really powerful. This is, as I highlight, right? I think hybrid cloud management is very important because that is the biggest headache in terms of multi-cloud strategy or hybrid cloud strategy. So as you can see, right, our cloud platform will actually help you to manage not only just enterprise edition, right? If you have different edition, right, public cloud, enterprise, agility, even sometimes you have VMware, we will be able to help you to manage them as well. So this is just a quick view of our Apsara Stack operation portal, right? So our product is complete in the sense we're not just only focus on the features of the product, but we also focus on the features about the operation, about supportability, because end of the day, this is private cloud, and it's up to the customer, to manage them, to operate them. So it's very important that we build this supportability into our products. But even though we believe that the customer may need to maintain and support this platform, you do have options, right? We do have professional service to help you not just to build, but also to operate and maintain the private and hybrid cloud platform. All right, so that's all for my presentation on the hybrid cloud. Let me hand over to the host. Claudine, over to you.
Thank you, Feng Wei, and thank you to all our speakers for the insightful sharing this morning. So without further ado, let's now begin with the Q&A session. So I see that on the chat group, there are quite a number of questions. Probably I'll just pick up first one and pass it on to Kent. The question is, for Apsara Video Live, what is the pricing method, and is it cheaper compared to AWS Elemental Live? Ken?
Okay, thanks for the question. For Apsara Video, as I mentioned before, is a platform for creating your own streaming or VOD application. The charging method is there's two methods. One is by traffic, one is by bandwidth. So it both depend on your viewers, how many viewers you have to stream the video, right? So by traffic is the total amount of the data that is transferred to the viewer. By bandwidth, the peak bandwidth is at the specific time, the highest amount of data that is transferred to the viewer. So these are the two methods. And as compared to AWS, I know they have this Elemental video live streaming service as well. So the main difference here is for us, Apsara Video, we don't charge the ingest, which is the input of the video stream, but AWS does charge that. And the second difference is the distribution price. So the distribution of the video for us is for both of us is by our CDNs. So for us, the CDN price actually is about 30 to 40% cheaper. So that is the main difference. So in total price of using our Apsara Video, we are about 30 to 40% cheaper. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Kent. And maybe for those who join us later this morning, please put in your Q&A on the Q&A chat board, and then we'll go through the questions and get them answered. And if we handpick these questions, you are eligible for a gift from Alibaba Cloud and China Telecom. So the next question I'll probably go for Kok Yong. Do you actually provide proof of concepts for both of your solutions, which is the SD-WAN and the ECP? Kok Yong?
Yes, we do. We do provide proof of concepts for our ECP and SD-WAN solutions. So the ECP solutions, as long as the customer already has an account in the respective clouds, we can easily just establish a connection to them and they can test it very fast, quickly. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And probably the next question I'll pick up for Feng Wei would be, what's the difference actually between private cloud, public cloud, and hybrid cloud?
Hello. Yeah. So so when the cloud technology starts, right, is basically public cloud. We wanted to have the utility kind of model, right? Just like electricity, right? We want this to be a shared service, right? That is actually the mission or the vision about some of the pioneer cloud service providers. But then along the way, especially in the banking industry or some other industries, people start to see the challenging restrictions about the public cloud because no, as I think as just now my colleague Ko Yong also highlighted, there's a regulatory requirements for the data to be to be within certain territory, right? So public cloud, unless you have the public cloud in all over the world, right, which is unlikely. So people start to think about how about we, if the usage is big enough, how about we deploy the public cloud technology into a smaller scale, into a private facility, right? So that's the start of the private cloud. So nowadays, I think a lot of majority of the cloud service providers like AWS, Azure, Alibaba, right? There's some other players as well. We all have the private cloud offerings, right? So the private cloud, the difference is that now number one is hosted in the private facility, your own data center, not to be shared with other tenants. Second is that it also has the cloud technology, mainly the IaaS. Now the difference between different cloud service providers, right? For example, AWS private cloud, right? It emphasizes on the latency part, right? But it doesn't actually solve the problem on privacy because it requires always a line to connect back to its public cloud infrastructure, right? So people still have different opinions about the private cloud. How do we define this as a private? But ultimately, the essential idea is that no, those infrastructure is deployed on your data center, is managed by you, right? So that is the two key criteria about the private cloud. Now, in terms of hybrid cloud, again, right, there's many ways, right? There could be, people could be talking about between cloud and on-premise system, which is not cloud, the traditional VMware plus the public cloud. That is one so-called hybrid cloud kind of architecture. But more dominant view about the hybrid cloud is that you have public cloud, you have private cloud, and you can easily move your workload from private cloud to the public cloud, or alternatively from public cloud to the private cloud. That is defined as hybrid cloud. But if you only have public cloud and you have private cloud, but your workload doesn't move easily, right? They are not integrated seamlessly, right? In my view, it's not hybrid cloud, it's just two clouds, right? I hope that answered the question. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Feng Wei. The other one, maybe I'll put it out to Kent. Someone actually asked, can I migrate my existing Kubernetes to Alibaba Cloud ACK?
Okay. Yes, that is also really depend on your existing Kubernetes setting as well. If it's your application on your containers and the Kubernetes doesn't use any of the, okay, is developed natively in the Kubernetes. For example, your load balancer, you are using, for example, Spring Cloud's client-side load balancer, the Ribbon load balancer, or your discovery API discovery is using Eureka, things like that. So for those, you can easily migrate to Alibaba Cloud, maybe by use of some scripting like Helm chart to package it in a script and deploy into Alibaba Cloud. However, if you're using some Kubernetes services that is on other cloud service provider and integrate with other cloud products, for example, if you deploy in AWS Kubernetes and use AWS log services, things like that, then those things like log services that is really in the AWS, we need to do a product mapping. So for those components, you may need to tweak and or redevelop in order to migrate everything over to Alibaba Cloud. Yeah, that's my answer.
Okay, thank you, Kent. I also see one question that is for China Telecom. Do I need to purchase local access network if I choose SD-WAN service? Kok Yong, please.
Okay. No, there is actually no need to purchase the local access network from us. You could purchase it like, for example, the internet in local countries by yourself. However, if you do require us to provide a one-stop shop, China Telecom can also bundle in the ISP connections as a total solution for you. So in this kind of a scenario, if customer can just look for CT for any order placement or even any troubleshooting in future. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kok Yong. I see that we're still on time. So one more last question, two more last questions. Are there any portals to view my circuits for both your SD-WAN and ECP solutions, Kok Yong?
Yes, we do. So for both SD-WAN and ECP solutions, we do provide a dashboard portal for customers to view. So statistics like utilization and latency are shown inside, so you can have a better understanding on the usage of your existing connections.
Okay, thank you very much. And the last question that I will put out would be to Feng Wei. That would be our last question for today. What's the difference between Alibaba Cloud's private cloud offering as compared to other cloud players?
Okay, so this is a very complicated question, but usually you can evaluate the private cloud products from some of the dimensions, right? Number one is the product that it offers. For example, right, some of the, let's say AWS or Google or Azure, right? Typically they offer limited products, not the full stack. You won't find the artificial intelligence, you won't find the machine learning products on their private cloud offering. Second dimension is the size of the private cloud. So for example, Azure, I think the maximum nodes that can be deployed for the private cloud is up to 16 nodes, right? While for Alibaba, it can actually goes up to more than 5,000 nodes, right? Then in terms of the technology behind, right? Now a lot of smaller cloud service providers like Tencent, like Huawei, they are using OpenStack, which is open source platform, and they do the customization. The issue with the open source based solution is that every time when open source, the base edition get upgrade, right? Then those followers, they need to do their patching, they need to do their upgrade as well. So it's very complicated. So I think that's the main difference between Alibaba Cloud and the other cloud service providers in terms of private cloud, from the product variety to the scalability of the entire stack and to the original data, whether it's original technology, whether it's the same from its public cloud technology or whether it's actually different, but just based on the open source technology to do the customization. Yeah, back to you.
Okay, so we'll come to the end of this morning webinar. So thank you everyone for spending your morning with us, and we hope that through today's webinar, you have discovered how we can achieve success together and how we can accelerate your corporate growth. So for more information, feel free to reach out to our team via the email address or find us on our website. So with this, we'll close the event for today, and we hope to be in touch with you for any of your queries that you might have. Thank you very much, and thank you to our speakers once again. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.